Somebody's happy. Look at that. That's so cool. Ah, she caught me. Hey guys, Sleep Grandma here. If you like my videos, please give me a like and please subscribe because I really share my experiences and I do ASMR while I'm sharing, and I hope it helps someone. I really do. I also make sleep videos, so I'm going to make another sleep video tomorrow. But right now I want to talk to you about relaxation. But before I start, I want you to look at this. This is the music I have going in the background. It is from Spirit Tribe Awakening, Deep Healing Energy. I'm showing you that because I don't like to steal other people's things, other people's work. Just because we can doesn't mean we should. And we all work very hard on our videos, so I want to make sure I give them a plug. Isn't that beautiful? So I want to talk to you guys about relaxation. Why is it important to relax, and what is relaxing? You know, what is it? When people used to tell me, you know, relax, I would be like, what? I am relaxed. And they'd be like, no, your shoulders are all tense. And you're just like, you know, out of control. And I just could not. It was really hard for me to relax. Now, the reason it's important to relax is because relax is a verb. It's an action word. It's a verb. So when you relax, you actually are doing something. I know that sometimes we think, oh, you know, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. You know, you're trying to relax and watch a movie and you're thinking to yourself, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. But if you get that way, that's the way I used to get, because I used to feel guilty about relaxing. I was made to feel guilty about relaxing because the person I was with was always writing me like white on rice. So, you know, anytime I would try to relax, he would be, this needs to be done, that needs to be done. And oh my gosh, it was like a knee-jerk reaction. It was very stressful. So today, what I do is I tell myself, you know what? You are doing something. You are relaxing. Don't let anyone stress you out like that. There's a time to work. There's a time to play. And there's a time to relax. It's good for our mental, it's essential to our mental health. If we don't relax, we're going to get irritated. We're going to feel overwhelmed and pressured. And we're going to start getting depressed because we never catch a break. So it's very important to relax. Now, another reason it's important is so you won't get addicted to substances. That's the reason, one of the reasons I stopped drinking, because it was the only time that I felt like, I could exhale, you know. I started using alcohol to relax, and that's not a good thing. You know, I ended up in Alcoholics Anonymous, so I really don't recommend it. I was lying to myself, and I'm going to make another video about that, but I was lying to myself, telling myself that if I just had a drink, I can get through this and everything will be okay. I wish I had have taken the time, made the time. I wish I would have made the time to give myself the space, to demand that space, regardless of whoever I was married to. Regardless of that, I should have made and stood my ground in making myself a priority and relaxing, because it is so important. Because I never took the time, I ended up drinking alcohol and also taking Valium because my nerves were so out of control. Now I'm off of both of them, and I'm very, very happy. I don't suffer from depression that much anymore. I mean, it does come once in a while because it runs in my family, but as a rule, when I feel like I might start to get depressed, I change up stuff and do something different, you know? But most of all, I give myself the space to do something different, to do something relaxing, like go on a walk, go to the movies, spend time with my animals. You know, when I'm watching a movie in my room, I have my dog and cat on the bed, and I'm just petting them while I'm watching the movie, and that's very relaxing. It's so important for us to take time for ourselves. What does relaxing mean? It means that you're going to take time to do something that you like. Not something someone else likes, but something you enjoy doing. Now, believe it or not, some people don't know what they enjoy doing. I know that sounds crazy, but it isn't, because when you're a people pleaser and you're constantly trying to meet other people's expectations, you forget about yourself, and you've adapted so much to those around you and their approval that you really don't know what you like. So what I do is I take my fist like this, put it over my heart, and I close my eyes, and I ask myself, what do you want to do? And I pound a little bit on my chest, and I say, what do you really want to do right now? Well, I really want to go take a nap. I love to take naps. My naps are usually 3 to 4 hours. And I turn off my phone. If there's an emergency, they can call 911, and I will catch up with them later. I'm not a doctor. I can't help them anyway. And they can call an Uber if they need a ride. But anyway, so I take that time for me because it makes me kind of nervous to know maybe the phone will ring. So I just completely turn it off. And go to sleep for 3 or 4 hours, from like 1 to 5 or something like that. Sometimes what I really, really want is to watch a romantic comedy and watch something light and breezy, you know. So I do that. Sometimes I want to listen to music, which I usually listen to music almost all day long. I listen to my favorite songs, and I also listen to music like this when I'm working or studying, because it really calms my nerves. It kind of makes me feel like if I'm washing dishes or something and I'm listening to YouTube, it kind of makes me feel like I'm not really doing work. I'm just enjoying. Look at this over here. This little kitty's falling to sleep. And I just have to ask myself, what do I really like to do? Now, I understand people not knowing what they don't like to do, but what you can do, what they like to do. What you can do is, I heard on a video that they said, if you don't know what you like to do, then make a list of what you don't like to do and go from there. Okay, so that's a useful tool. You know, if you know you don't like to take walks, then that's one thing eliminated. If you know you don't like to work out, that's another thing eliminated. And just go on down the list. Now I have to tell you, when my girls were growing up, I spent way too much time cleaning, rearranging the garage, always doing something. When I was at home, I always had to be doing something because I had the boss man on me. So, but you know, it's really important to take time out for yourself. Why? Because a lot of Mental health issues that are caused by not taking time out for yourself lead to child abuse. They lead to suicides. They lead to marital problems and a variety of things. Just a variety. The list goes on and on. I truly believe that if people took more time for themselves, the divorce rate wouldn't be so high, and we would be in a much better place as a society. So let's start with ourselves first. Okay? It's very, very important to relax. The definition of relax is to make less rigid and firm, less severe. So it's very important that we make our world less severe with less pressure. We need a relaxed environment. We need to surround ourselves with beautiful things and to just take the time to stay in the moment and slow down. Slow down, man. Let's twist our heads from side to side. Just move it from side to side and relax those neck muscles. Let's take a deep breath. Let it go. Take another deep breath. Hold it. 2, 3. As you're blowing out, just imagine black letters coming out of your mouth. Like, they're just tossing out of your mouth. And all that pressure is just coming out. Throw your head back and relax the muscles in your neck. Take a deep breath. Wow, that feels good. I'm rolling my shoulders back. Feels really good. Oh, that makes me feel a lot better. I want to start stretching before I go to bed because it just feels good. Get my body ready for rest. The most important thing is that we take care of ourselves because without our mental stability, emotional health, and just, just being centered and balanced. The reason I'm telling you this is because I used to live such an unbalanced life. I was always under pressure. I was running from here to there, so much so that I fell down the stairs outside my apartment and shattered my right ankle. And boy, I tell you, that surgery was very painful. They had me on Oxycontin, whatever they call it, afterwards, which was very strong, but I had to take that because I had a high tolerance to pain medication because I drank so much alcohol. Well, do you know that I was having the alcohol delivered to my house? Crazy, crazy. The things we do to run away from ourselves. I didn't have a routine of relaxation, so in my mind, in my dysfunctional mind, the only way I could see any kind of relief was to numb myself out. And I don't want you to go that route. That's why I'm taking the time to do this video. I don't want to see you OD on pills and opiates. That's why people are on opiates, because they don't take the time to just relax and be, to just be. That's it. Stay still and be. Everybody's running around on their phone, on their... Just be. That's it. No big deal. I'll tell you some other things I used to do to relax. I used to walk, and I will tell you about that. But first I want to tell you that I started meditating about 6 months ago, and they had told me in AA to meditate for years, but I didn't listen. I didn't know how, blah, blah, blah. I put too much buildup on it. Finally, at one of our meetings, they started doing a meditation meeting, and they taught me how to meditate. Thank God, my women's group. And, oh yeah, I use that now. Every night before I go to bed, I listen to music like this. Because it helps me not have that racing mind. You know, I'm thinking of this, I'm worrying about that, blah, blah, blah. I also have my God box, and I'll tell you about my God box later. But it helps me like listen to something instead of my mind, instead of my racing mind. So there's a variety of things you can do to relax. Stretching is excellent for relaxation. You don't need to be on drugs or alcohol to relax, okay? I know that the movies and alcohol is all around us. People make you think that if you're not drinking, you're missing out on something. But let me tell you, you are not missing out on something. If you're drinking and you're numbed out, you're missing out on life. Because it not only numbs out the bad stuff, but it numbs out the good stuff more so. I used to walk from my house to the coffee shop. It was a donut shop called Spudnut Donuts, but and it was a long walk. It was probably about 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles. I would walk there every on every Saturday and every Sunday morning. I would walk there and I would get a big cup of coffee, extra large, and walk all the way home. And it would clear my head and really make me peaceful. And it was a me time, so I literally had to leave the house to get some peace. So you can do that too. I mean, if that's your situation, I'm hoping you're not in that situation, but if you are, it's not impossible to get some peace. You know, I used to not like to be at home because, you know, like I said, I was always put upon. So it was very, very rarely because he was always at home. But anyway, today, you know, I live alone. And I really, really enjoy taking naps with my little dog. Her name is Little Heaven. And my cat, and her name is Beatrix Kiddo. I mean, it's a joy to walk in the door and see my little doggy. She's half Papillon and half Wiener dog. So she's a little mutt, but she is so sweet, my God. And the dog food I give her, she has such silky coat. My little baby girl. And then here's my kitty. Hi, baby girl. That's my Beatrix Kiddo. She is real adventurous. Look at that. Getting into the cactus. Isn't that a great picture right there? So yeah, I really enjoy them. And I enjoy being at home. Got all my stuff here. Just stuff that I really enjoy. Here's my friend that passed away on January the 8th. And that's me on the right, Carrie on the left. So anyway, you know, I just really enjoy my home. And it's so peaceful. So now I can meditate and everything. I don't have to leave the house. But if you have to leave the house, don't feel bad about it. We got to do what we got to do. Just take care of you. Sometimes relaxing takes effort, you know what I mean? Burning candles brings me a lot of peace. I try to surround myself with things I like. You know, things that are pleasing to my eye. And I just say, you know, those are my paintings. I paint because it really relaxes me. And I comb my hair out every night that I'm watching TV because it kind of tickles my scalp and relaxes me too. What is it, Mama? Here's a picture of my family. So, I just really love this. I just try to surround myself with stuff that I love. It really relaxes me. I love being at home now. I'm at home most of the time. If I'm not working or at an AA meeting, I'm at home. I love being at home. So, I really recommend that you do whatever you need to do to get that space in your day to relax. Very important, guys. Great for our mental health and our mental and emotional stability. Oh God, it affects our weight. It affects our attitude. It affects our perspective on life. And it's so important. And most of all, I stay grateful for what I have, what I already have, not what I want, but what I already have. So I go down a gratitude list. I just think in my head, you know, what am I grateful for today? I'm grateful for this little one right here. I'm grateful for a warm home when it's raining and cold outside, when it's freezing outside. I know a lot of people don't have that. I do. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I'm able to make these videos, and I'm grateful for you guys too. So much love, guys. Much love. Take care of you. And you know I had to add something, a bonus part. You know, guys, day before yesterday, I called my ex because he had surgery about a week ago, and our daughters live out of state, so I was just checking on him to be, you know, to help my daughter out, because I usually don't call him. I mean, I'm going to be honest about that. But when he said hello and I said hello, he said, "Who is this?" And I said, "Oh, don't act up. I guess you know who this is." He goes, "Oh," I said, "It's Debbie." And he's like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Don't act like you don't recognize my voice." And he's like, "No," he goes, "I didn't recognize you because you sound so upbeat." He said, "You sound like you're going to cheer at a football game or something." And I just laughed. You know, we both just laughed. I said, "Oh, yeah. Oh, well, thank you." I told him. And then, you know, we had a nice conversation for about 10 minutes. I made sure I didn't stay on too long because, you know, we tend to get on each other's nerves. So I hung up, but then I started thinking about what he said. And yeah, I mean, you know, I can definitely different now because before I always used to be so tired and so exhausted because I was so stressed out. And I never took time for myself. I never relaxed. When I was trying to, when I would sit down and be trying to watch a movie with my girls, you know, he would come in with the credit card bill and start wanting to go over the bill. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, it was a ridiculous situation. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is how important it is. Trying to stress to you how important it is to surround yourself with beautiful things like this thing I'm showing you. God, I love this thing. I bought this in Chinatown in Los Angeles, and just love it. Every time I look at it, it's so earthy and calming. The colors are calming, and the gold is just so rich to me, and I love it. This is in my living room, and I love the way I put those plants up on top of that armoire that used to belong to my daughter. So yeah, I mean, I'm so happy that I make myself a priority in my life today, and I want to share that with you guys because, God, I hope you can get to where I am. a lot of people, a lot of women are afraid of being alone. And I gotta tell you, man, I have a neighbor that she's alone too, and she just goes everywhere. She just has the time of her life. She goes different places. She's at home a lot. She's a lot like me, only she's probably more social than I am. A lot more social, actually. But we're having a good time. There's nothing wrong with being alone. I'd rather be alone than have problems, so don't be afraid of that. I'm going to do another video about being alone because I really think it's important. I think being with someone is way overrated. I mean, if you're lucky enough that you can find love and be really happy and you really have someone that's in tune with you, that's great. I just have never had that cross my path, so I'll just leave it at that. You know, that's never been my experience so far. So yeah, much love, you guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care until then. Be safe out there.